How you doing? Be highly blessed and favored. Be blessed and favored today, people. Look, today, you know what I'm saying? So, instead of me, or instead of you hearing about through news sources or the other publications, you know what I'm saying, in the world, that I choked somebody the fuck out or whoop somebody's ass in my class, teacher in my class ass or some shit like that. I'd rather give you guys the spill of my process, you know what I'm saying, shoot, and you know what I'm saying, without having to get to the violent stages of things, you know what I'm saying. So yeah, I'm saving two lives, you know what I'm saying, yours and mine, you know what I mean, because these things got to get out there. I gotta make sure that we get everything fully on the operative level, you know what I mean, operational level, respectfully, you know what I mean. So today I'm just basically, you know what I'm saying, going over the schematics that currently house um, a lot of people's foresight and brain, you know what I mean, and that's without despairing um, any or minimizing anybody from um, their intellectual awareness, you know what I'm saying, or intellectual being, you know what I'm saying, and being that they're intellectual, you know what I mean, that's why they're allowed to have the knowledge of what I'm talking about. I've learned that knowledge can come in many forms, you know what I'm saying, um, and awareness is is knowledge as well, you know. But some awarenesses we just don't know exactly why we acknowledge what we acknowledge, because you know what I'm saying, awareness and acknowledgement is the same thing. So knowledge, you know what I'm saying, aware of the knowledge that's bestowed upon us, you know what I'm saying, shoot. So with when you're dealing with a lot of racist people, you know what I'm saying, yeah. And so by us having the ability to acknowledge one another, you know what I'm saying, shoot, and you know what I'm saying, shoot, it's still exactly that, you know what I mean? But, you know, some people might take those feelings and misplace those feelings and awareness, you know what I'm saying, shoot, with um, the moral um, uh, intellect, you know what I mean? Like, instead of taking it as the body's awakening point of how sick it makes the racist person feel, you know what I'm saying, shoot, when they're in the presence of a king or a queen, you know what I'm saying. The sickness is not the sickness and the anger and the flight or fight mode given to the histories that, you know what I'm saying, should make be truly unknown and to the gravitational points of those kings and queens, you know what I'm saying, due to education, um, suppression of education, you know what I'm saying, shoot, and the lies that um, was forced upon this entire nation by white predecessors, you know what I'm saying, other racist people who just say, you know, if a person knows this fact, they might um, cause a war within our own country. Um, and you know, it's just a lot of stuff that's tied into that. You know what I mean? And it comes out the wrong way, and a lot of times. Hey, sweetie, how you doing? Hola, ¿qué lo que? ¿Cómo estás? How you doing? ¿Está bien? Instagram, DJ Pancake 45. Fuck with the boss. Never take a loss. Hasta luego. Yeah, shit. So, yeah. Um, yeah, and yeah, you know what I'm saying? A person might feel sick to the stomach. And like, oh, I can't stand these motherfuckers. That's that's not it. You know what I'm saying? Shit, that's the defense mechanism. That's a defense it turned into a defense mechanism um, that you would call avoidance. You know what I'm saying? Because not all people who avoid shit, you know what I mean, are like forthcoming, you know what I'm saying? Or submissive, you know what I mean? They'll be manipulative and try to flip it around and place blame on the other person, you know what I'm saying? When they're living and breathing every day and educating each other every day in different environments on what history has hid from them and the reasons why, you know what I'm saying? And so the education at home, they're taught, you know what I'm saying? The history, the real histories, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, they did X, Y, and Z, conquered the land, but don't you tell me conquered the land, just blame it on somebody else. Say, you know what I mean? It was their own people, you know what I mean, that captured them. We just took them and stretched it 10 times further, you know what I'm saying, for our own personal gains. Hell, nobody, otherwise they would have been still over there. You know what I'm saying? Dead or something. You know what I mean? So in other words, they should be grateful that we did what we did. And that's how white people feel, you know what I'm saying? So that black people should feel grateful that they raped, molested our children, fed our children to alligators, and did all this repulsive ass shit that and ate black people. I mean, like, and all other types of crazy shit that they was into because, you know, when you got a gun and a number of people, you know what I'm saying? Shit, you can get off a lot of shit. I don't care how tough anybody is. You're gonna get off a lot of shit if you ain't necessarily trying to kill them. You know what I mean? Or if you're just trying to torture a motherfucker. Or if you already got a motherfucker tied down. You know what I mean? About 30 plus people with guns, chopping off limbs, slicing off limbs as you go. Alright. But that shit got pulled on certain people that they was able to capture and to do, you know, and then the rest, you know what I'm saying, shit was history, you know. I mean, I was kind of like going to the same thing over and over, but you know what I'm saying, shit, I just really find it repulsing, you know what I'm saying, shit, that motherfuckers can have the audacity and arrogance to sit back and call out black people, but Now, the only difference that makes them different from just a motherfucker being arrogant and blasphemous is that, you know what I'm saying, they got what the world got somewhat control over what the world desires or runs off of, which is money. You know what I'm saying? Through slave trade, they was able to make billionaires overnight, millions off of nothing. You know what I'm saying? And create a world where they'll never have to answer to that shit again. You know what I mean? Cause really, I mean, like shit, they got enough money, shit, they could have slaves again. You know what I mean? And that's what this Donald Trump administration is showing you. You know what I'm saying? That slavery still exists, just in other forms, in other ways. And then at the same time, the same way. But, you know, only way I see you could get past that is just by boycotting billionaire businesses. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what these people are up to. You know what I mean? Can't nobody see through these fucking walls, and all these pictures that they show of Donald Trump and Epstein and shit. I don't know what city or state they was in. I ain't got no proof of anything. So therefore, if you don't know where this place or particular time or type of thing happened at, you know what I'm saying? They can't be prosecuted by necessarily said bodies, you know what I'm saying? I mean, like, they could have been in a country where that type of shit was perfectly legal. But that's the sick side of society, you know what I'm saying? At its fullest. And that's where the regurgitation, when they see us, they're reminded of the atrocities that they put us through. White people go through hell when they see black people, man. They think it's the devil coming to them to make them pay for their sins on earth. It's that type of level. You know what I'm saying? But black people, we're not even thinking about their asses like that. We just probably just walked into a building, trying to use a restroom, or walk to an establishment, get something, utilize some type of facility, or specifically are there to see them, but for not reasons of taking their souls or taking them go to hell, send them to hell. Probably just ask a question or employment, something like that, something small. But they know that their rooms would never sit well with black people there. Not because black people fart or giggle or do goofy ass shit. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what they asses do. You know what I'm saying? They do borderline gay shit, say some weird ass jokes and shit, and then try to slight a motherfucker to death. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And TV helped brand their ideologies. You know what I'm saying? Television helped brand their ideologies. You know what I mean? Because they've made a lot of false content about black people. It just goes on and on and on and on. I mean, it's not shit that black people ever had done. You know what I'm saying? It's just the shit that has been done to black people, and them still trying to cover up for this lie and that lie and that lie. And it's just crazy. Sheer craziness. But I hope this made some people nauseous, because that means they know the truth and refuse to accept it and don't know how to accept it because it was told that it was an allergy. Just like that. And also, I know a lot of people saying, well, damn, well, what's your teacher had to do with all this shit? Well, you know, I would expect levels of professionalism when I'm paying you or you're being paid to teach me certain things in particular, and it's all calculated on my time, and you're not articulating yourself in a professional manner when it's manner and subject related. You know, that's where the problem's at. All right, I'm out.